Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Anthony Salic and today we are going to be covering episode 1 of Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion. It's been a hot minute guys. I know I haven't been uploading as much as I would like to, but I've just been doing so much to just like behind the scenes, been doing so much school, doing so much work, doing so much like blah 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 boring stuff that I haven't been able to actually been making reviews. The last thing that I did was I think the Guardians review over a month ago. So, but luckily, brand new series is out from Marvel Studios. You know I gotta cover it, and you know that we're gonna be talking about it all for the next 6 weeks. So, Secret Invasions, a brand new entry into Marvel Studios Phase 5, the third project in Phase 5, and so far, off to a pretty good start, I will say. I mean, the show, we're going to get into it, but the overall thoughts about this show, Secret Invasion is such a tricky storyline in my opinion for people to do, or for Marvel Studios to do, because when it was first announced, there was a little bit of skeptical skepticism, I think that's the word, that I had with it, especially because Secret Invasion in the comics is such a big time event, and it's definitely along the lines of like a civil war that involves multiple superheroes trying to fight each other, trying to find out who's a Skrull and who's not. And the way that they're taking this approach with the series, I think is a good take, but obviously it's not going to be very comic book accurate. So for the people who were reading Secret Invasions before reading this one, probably not going to help you in the long run, but regardless, let's jump right into it. So, this series, Secret Invasion, follows Nick Fury as he returns to Earth after being in space for so long, and as he tries to uncover the mysteries of the brand new Skrulls, which are planning to invade Earth. So we learn a little bit more about Fury in this. The last time we saw him, I believe, was it No Way Home? I'm trying to think. Fury was nowhere during Phase 4, only in like What If, and that was it. So I don't think he was in any other part of it. So this is like his first appearance since Far From Home. And he's pretty much like this grizzled old man who they kind of confirm he's suffering from PTSD. So he's really kind of not the Fury that we like once knew during the Infinity Saga, but rather a more tired, more injured Fury. So we're gonna see a little bit more of this side of Fury, a little bit more of the broken down version. We also get to see some other characters such as Talos, who we last saw in Far From Home as well. At the post credit scene revealed that him and his wife were living and pretending to be Nick Fury and Maria Hill. We also have some other characters like Maria Hill. We have Emilia Clarke's character who plays Talos' daughter. So the same girl that we saw in Captain Marvel is now grown up and is now being played by Emilia Clarke. We get a couple of cool cameos from like Everett Ross, who is actually a Skrull. We get Rhodey, who is with the president. So it's a pretty cool show. They're trying to expand it, make it more connected to the MCU by adding these characters. And you kind of have to for Secret Invasions. You want to get that level of scope. You want to have it like as big as you can for this film, or I'm sorry, for the series. So the episode starts off with Ross, Agent Ross, trying to be in contact with this one guy, and it pretty much goes through sort of we get the initial plot of the show, which is that there are Skrulls trying to invade Earth, and they're trying to get Fury on board. What ends up happening is that Ross ends up becoming or revealing to be a Skrull, and they pretty much stop him. Maria Hill and Talos end up confronting Ross, who ends up being revealed to a Skrull, and then they realize, oh shit, Skrulls are actually like doing some bad shit now, and so they need Fury because Fury is one of the few Earthlings who has connections with Skrulls for over 30 years, aside from Captain Marvel. So we learned a little bit more about the Skrulls' whole motive. Basically, at the end of Captain Marvel, they were promised a new home because I didn't see Captain Marvel before this, so my memory might be a little bit foggy. But from what I remember, they promised the Skrulls, because their home was invaded. They promised the Skrulls a brand new home, and so far they haven't gotten that promise from both Carol and Fury. So now they're trying to invade Earth and trying to make that their new home. We learned a couple cool little interesting details. For example, so there are two sides to the Skrulls. You have the good guys and you have the bad guys. And the bad guys live in a place called New Skrullos. And I can't remember how much the number was, but they said like over 500 Skrulls were in there. So it's a pretty big, like I don't know how many Skrulls were at the end of Captain Marvel, but 500 Skrulls just like on one side is huge. So it really goes to show that like in the past 30 years, the Skrulls have been doing a lot of work. And this is sort of going to be like the beginning of that. We move on. We catch up with Fury and Maria Hill. We catch up with Talos, and it's a pretty good show overall. Very like a crime solving show. You try to find out who the bad guy is. What's the plot all about? What are they gonna do? What's the next move? And it really is. At least this first episode was a Nick Fury trying to get his footing right, trying to see who's the main villain, and we end up finding out later that he comes into contact with some other people. Again, I don't really know these characters fully right off the bat. Like, I forgot. He meets up with this new female character. I don't know who she was, but apparently she might have some link to the evil Skrulls. And then we move on to Emilia Clarke's character, who's revealed to be Talos's daughter. So the same little girl that we saw in Captain Marvel, she's grown up and now she is a part of the bad Skrulls. That's what we're gonna call them: good Skrulls and bad Skrulls. And the ending of the episode, reveals with a bombing that they're gonna be doing in Russia. Which, by the way, it's kind of weird that they're doing the show in Russia. I figured with the whole tension between the world right now that Marvel Studios wouldn't want to, do something like that in real life. But no, they're in Russia. And the ending of the episode involves a bombing, which turns out to have been a lie. Basically, Emilia Clarke's character tells Talos that they're going to do a bombing tomorrow, and she gives him fake instructions so that when they actually go to infiltrate it and hopefully cancel the attack, they actually end up finding fake bags filled with no bombs that results in the actual bombs exploding and killing people. And I gotta say, for a Marvel Studios project, this was actually very dark. Like, a lot of people, like, for example, Ross and Maria Hill get shot, and like you actually see the blood and the bullet hole, and like that's something that we don't really get to see in like the Marvel Studios projects. And then the ending with the bombing, you actually see like people getting explode, you actually see people blowing up and dying, and it's like it's this surreal thing. Like, I don't know what the show is rated, but it's definitely a lot more mature than, like, I would even say like your Falcon and your Winter Soldiers, your Loki's. Like, this is definitely the most mature show that I think we're gonna be seeing from Marvel Studios, at least for a while. Probably until Deadpool 3, which did get pushed up a bit. It got pushed up to May of next year, which is pretty fun. That was some news that I wanted to cover, but I didn't get the chance to. But whatever. So the ending of the episode, a Skrull pretending to be Fury shoots Maria Hill. Maria Hill is then dying. She is then comforted with the real Fury, and she dies. Now listen, I don't know if Marvel Studios is bold. Either Marvel Studios is bold as hell, or this is like some kind of trick that they're gonna be playing on us. Because killing Maria Hill right off the bat, like first episode in, that's fucking insane. I mean, I never thought that they were gonna do that in like a million years, like killing someone like Maria Hill. But regardless, I am excited to see where the story is gonna go. I don't think Maria Hill's gonna die or is not fully dead. I think that she's probably alive, or maybe some kind of scroll thing is happening. But regardless, bold first episode, really, really dark, really, really mature. I don't know exactly what to compare this to. I mean, it's a show unlike anything we've seen before. I mean, the last show we had was She-Hulk, which was all comedy. This is like a complete 180, serious. Very dark, very crime thriller based, and I really am enjoying it so far. So, um, really, really enjoyed the ending. I mean, they ended on a cliffhanger with the two Furies and Maria Hill's death. So you're definitely gonna want to come back next week to see what's gonna be happening. But for that, with that said and done, I'm probably gonna give this like a solid 8.5. I mean, it's not my favorite um first episode. I probably would say that I have to go to Loki or maybe Falcon and Winter Soldier. But it's a 180. I mean, like compared to She-Hulk and Hawkeye, like this is very, very serious and very, very dark, which you guys know is a really, really cool thing. Guardians sort of gave us the darkness and the sort of seriousness with like the High Evolutionary and Rocket Raccoon's origin, and this is sort of going with with death and the invasion that they're planning, and it's very, very serious, and I cannot wait to see more of it. So yeah, gonna give this episode 8.5 out of 10. I am very, very excited to see this show. Can't wait to review it. You guys know, be sure to hit the subscribe button to get all of my videos coming up, especially the weekly reviews that we're going to be doing for Secret Invasion. I've been hearing some things behind the scenes about what the series could potentially be having with certain characters showing up. So if that's true, definitely going to want to rewatch this or join the ride, because we're going to be breaking it all down in the next 5 weeks. But anyways, guys, my name is Anthony Salic. Thank you guys so much for listening to the reviews. I'm going to try to be making more videos as time progresses. I know I've been slacking, but now with Secret Invasion out, I can finally get back on it. And yeah, guys, until next time, I'll see you all later. Peace.